Okay. Wow, that's a great question, actually. Well, first of all, I'm Estelle. I'm located in Quebec City, Canada. I am the owner and founder of Intentional Self Consulting. And what I do is I accompany women to create their own authentic lifestyle that eliminates the overwhelm of clutter. So it's to find happiness from within instead of finding it in a clutter of stuff, finding
Sure.
it in too much stuff. And three things that I took some notes. So three things that I was thinking that if I would have uh, started a business when I was 17, something that I would have loved to know or to have was was basically first of all to get a mentor.
Mm.
I think that's like super important. And with that mentor, it's to stay open to learning so that I can get as much knowledge from that and wisdom from that person as much as possible. The second thing that I would say is to find more people to meet uh, in order to create relationships, right? To start building relationships with people. So going to meet new people daily, I would say, and to be open, to be interested to meet more people
Yeah.
in order to be successful in business. And the third thing, the third thing, but not the least, would be to take the time to think about to find a quality problem to solve. I mean,
Mm.
we have so many issues,
Sure.
on the planet. The world is hurting. People are hurting these days, right? So that would be to find to be interested, to find a mission to serve other people, and to find to find a quality problem to solve.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I like how you
yeah,
put that, that finding that problem and wanting to solve it and wanting to help people. I think
absolutely.
sometimes people, when starting a business, and I'm not saying everyone, I'm not saying anything, but sometimes people focus more on the business side and more on the money making side. But I think it's so nicely put that, yeah, you want to do something, you want to help people, you want to solve people's problems, you want to be there for people. I think that's such a great way to put it.
Absolutely. And actually that's when I started my business, I thought I want to leave the world a better place that I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, I mean, if even if I wasn't being paid, that was
Yeah.
all on a volunteer basis, I would still do that. So for me, that's really important. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I want to say is I love Mondays now.
Yeah. What do you like about
Yeah.
Mondays?
Um, what I do is
Mm.
really like it's my life's mission. It's my passion, but it's my life's mission. So for me, I'm in a creation mode. So Mondays are Mondays are great. I
Yeah.
wake up and I'm like, okay, what am I going to create this week? How much value am I going to provide for others? So that's a good what's
That's
the word?
definitely a great way to put it.
Yes,
Yeah,
a
when
great
you,
motivation, a great motivation.
yes,
Oh,
definitely.
great motivation.
Yeah. When you love something, you have so much passion that it doesn't feel like a day to day work, like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to go through this. It's like, wow, I can't wait to start today. Today's just another day. Monday's just another day of me helping out and going out and being there for people.
Absolutely, and this expression TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, and I'm always thinking, okay, the weekend. Oh, okay, cool. The weekend, the weekdays. It's all the same for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
definitely.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I think it's
definitely.
important.
Yeah, of course. I think that definitely needs to be that drive and that motivation, as you were saying, to keep going. Otherwise, then kind of what's the point? If it's not fulfilling you, and if it's not fulfilling others, then I don't really see the point of keeping going. And there's definitely a shift that needs to be done.
Very well said.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love your project. I mean, this is
Thank you.
when Minesh told me about this, I thought, okay, please sign me up.
Well, thank you so much
Help
for
me out.
being open, and I've learned so much already. It's been such a great call just talking like this. I'd love to talk a little bit more. Just what do you think? Has there ever been a time when you were given advice? You mentioned having a mentor. Has there ever been a time when you were given advice from a mentor? You're like, wow, this stands out. This is what I needed to hear right now. Maybe not any other time it would have resonated as hard as it does right now.
Yes, actually, I took a course here in Quebec City a few years ago. It seems like it was yesterday, but and then it was a course in English. I found this English school, so I was really happy because it's all French, right, over here. And the teacher, our teacher was, I mean, he's a businessman. He's a very accomplished businessman, and we had to do like a personality test and all that, and we would have like a meeting with him one-on-one once a week. And then at some point, he said to me, he sat down and he said something to me that I will never forget.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "So I got the result from your personality test." He said, "I knew right away what your results would be, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to summarize the whole thing." He said, "You are someone who does not fit in at all. You have never fit in. You don't fit in, and you'll never fit in. Never." He said, "There's nothing wrong with that. However, you just have to be aware of it. And also, you don't fit in." I said, "Yes, I do know that." He said, the quicker you acknowledge it, the quicker you accept it and live with it and use it to your advantage and be proud of it, your life will be a lot better. So that is really one advice that really really made my day. But to this day, I mean, I still remember that, and I can't forget it.
That's awesome. I think there's definitely a societal normal that a lot of people don't fit in, and then they feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do things because I don't fit in like the normal people. But I think being unique and being your own self, I think that is the best thing that you could be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I've been homeschooled my whole life, so I've never fit in with like
Oh,
the public school kids. So I totally understand and I relate to that being like, oh my gosh, like I don't fit in, like, will they like me? But I think it's been totally fine for me so far.
absolutely. Yeah, I can see that.
Thank
You
you.
seem like a pretty self-empowered young woman.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. That means a lot. Awesome. Well, this has been such a great call. I've learned so much. You said things so nicely and so elegantly put. I really appreciate you taking the time. I love your energy. It's just so infectious. I feel so happy just talking to you. You just smile. It's so infectious.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been really a pleasure. I was really looking forward to it, and I thought, wow, I'm gonna speak to a young woman. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Sometimes the young people, the younger people, right? The younger
Mm-hmm.
generation, they don't have this type of speech or this type of maturity like you have. So I'm
Yeah.
quite amazed.
Oh,
So big
thank you
thumbs
so
up to
much.
you.
Oh,
Big thumbs
thank you.
up to you.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot. I'm really touched to hear that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Awesome. Was there any last thing that you'd like to kind of throw out there before we wrap it up?
Um, I wow. That's a very good question. I would say let's just embrace our imperfection and
Mm-hmm.
let's embrace our uniqueness. So I think that's one of the advice that I could give to a 17-year-old, which is not always easy because we want to fit in when we're 17.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be liked. We want to be
Yeah.
loved. We want to be accepted by others. But I believe it's important to, of course, find ways to serve other people and also to just embrace our uniqueness and to sort of fall in love with ourselves, is how I could put it,
Yeah.
and to try to fall in love with ourselves, uh, the sooner the better, right?
Definitely.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's
that
great
that would be.
advice. Yeah, I know a lot of people struggle with insecurity, and I know it's pretty prevalent in the younger generation, especially with like social media and like, do I get enough likes on my post? Do I get enough likes on my Twitter or whatever? And like, will these people like me? But I think falling in love with yourself and embracing like, hey, I don't have to do everything perfectly, and I don't have to be perfect. We're all imperfect, and it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to learn from them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome.
I
Well,
could not I could not have said it better myself.
Well, thank you so much again for taking the time today. It's been such an
My
awesome
pleasure.
call. I really appreciate it and have a great day.
Thanks. You as well. Ça me fait plaisir. My pleasure.
Well, thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank
Bye.
you.